So I've recently bought myself this beautiful, brutish, not sure what the best adjective is to describe it, TVR, and I really like the car. It's really nice to drive, but as most petrol heads know, TVR have some quirks. So I'm just going to run through those. I'm not necessarily criticism of all of them. Some of these quirks are really a bit silly, and you kind of wonder, they like on purpose because TVR's quirky, so they had to do things to be quirky. Anyway, come with me for a little look around and see what you think. So you got your keys and you want to get in your boot. Now it has that really nice look of no lock or anything like that, which is, you know, all fine and good. So you think, I'll unlock the car and I'll be able to get in the boot. No, I can't. So what you have to do is you have to open the door. You have to put the keys in the ignition. Turn the ignition on and then root around under the dash and press a button. Then you can get in the boot. Yeah, I'm not convinced that's that great an idea, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Nearly every single time I wanted to go in the boot, I've already shut the car. Anyway, there we go. So even getting in has its quirks. Nice smooth side. So no door handle. Now this one's not quite as daft. So we unlock. Some of them evidently have a button under there. God knows why. We press that button and we get in. Now I quite like that quirk. I think that's quite smart. So here's another one. So if you put your phone in the middle like you normally would, and then you'd want to plug it in, wouldn't you, to make sure that while you're on a drive, whatever, using your Google Maps, that the phone doesn't go flat. So we look for a phone socket, USB. Yeah, I mean, this is a 96 car, so you don't expect a USB port, do we? We're looking for a cigarette lighter. So yeah, so it's all the way over here on the door. Right? Why would you put it there? Okay, so we've just had a lovely drive somewhere and we want to get out the car. So, you know, you look at the door and you look for the door handle. No door handle. You go in the center console and there's a knob in the middle. You turn it and the door opens. I'm only assuming that they had to put it there because they used the space you'd normally have a door handle to put a cigarette lighter. So looking at the window here, okay, we've got a quarter light here and a normal window. So we're going to wind down the window, which is a quirk in itself because you can't even see the switch is down there. Anyway, there we are. So we're going to wind down the window, and that's good. Like the quarter light winds down as well. The whole thing goes away. So then you think, well, that's a bit odd. So we open our door, you actually find that this bar here that looks like there's going to be a quarter light in here is actually not attached to the window at all. So if we go back up again, you can see. So what's it for? I have absolutely no idea. I suppose maybe it's sort of triangulating this bit here so they could make that lighter. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. Now this is one I would say goes beyond a quirk and is just stupid. So we've got this lovely dash in front of us. Got these lovely stalks. So I want to turn left. There we are. You can hear it's ticking away. Where's the repeater? Where, when I'm driving, am I going to see that my indicator's on? We can hear it, but obviously you're not going to hear that ticking when you got this V8 engine going. So we look over, we look over, we look over, we look over, and all the way over here, which is actually more in front of the passenger than the driver, is your little indicator repeater. Absolutely bloody useless over there, really. So, what I would say, give them a break. If you're behind, I don't know if other TVRs are the same. If you're behind a TVR and it's left its indicators on, give the driver a break. He or she is probably not stupid. They probably just haven't noticed. Okay, so we have these really nice chunky controls for the heater. So it changes the direction, changes the heat, and then this knob, hopefully you can hear the fan, turns the fan on. Yeah, all straightforward. But is it that straightforward? Because then hidden under here is a knob with some numbers on. What happens if I turn it? The heater fan comes on. I think it's just, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that one is just sending air to the driver's feet. I've got no idea. Why would they do that? There's another one seems a bit daft to me. We've got these really nice little buttons here. What are they for? There's no label. There's nothing on them. Now, I've built a kit car in the past, and I'm building another car at the moment. If I take it for the IVA like that, it would fail, and I wouldn't be allowed it on the road, because all buttons must be labelled up. You know, like the important stuff, like lights, must be labelled up, so any driver getting in here can know what's what. So inside this car is lovely. So when we go over here, got a vent, but maybe it's off of another car and they couldn't get one that fitted better. So you've obviously got this really nice curve here on the dash, all leather and all that, and then this square one. I actually thought when I first picked the car up that, oh no, TVR, look at that, the vent's coming loose and it's about to fall out. No, they've got a vent that doesn't actually fit the shape that it's in. Oh, and another one on the operation thing. So you've got this lovely little gear stick here. It's quite a big sort of thing down the middle, because basically the gearbox is under there. And you know it when you're driving because it gets really warm here. And then we have the handbrake here. It's not too bad, but if you see how little it moves, it's really difficult to use. So firstly, this padding here, you catch your knuckle on it, and then when you pull up, see, I have to get 3 clicks on that for the handbrake not to roll, and I can only just do it. And you know, I'm getting a bit old and long in the tooth, but I'm not that weak yet. Sometimes I've had to use 2 hands on that to get the handbrake on enough so I don't roll downhill. And as I showed you before, we got switches. See, can we see the switches? Yes, there we are, look. Switches down here for the windows, and we got vents. So these vents are basically just pointing straight at there. I can't really imagine that they do a whole lot, and they certainly don't give a good blast of air on your face, but I suppose, do you really need it? If it's warm, you can have the roof off, aren't you? So I'm hoping now it doesn't come over too negatively, because like I say, I really like this car, and some of these quirks I kind of like. It's sort of part of the thing, isn't it? It's part of the TVR thing. We know they're quirky, we know they've got some strange stuff. And if you see from the video I did, my sort of first week of ownership of this, it's a great car. The steering is beautiful on it. Of course, you've got that V8 engine, which, to be honest, I don't think it would really matter within reason how quirky or how silly some of the design is on this car. As soon as you start that V8 up, it all disappears and you just listen to that engine and go, wow. So the view out is not great. So you're basically looking at my view now, and I'm about 5'10" you're sat, as you'd expect in a sports car, you're sat with your bum on the floor. But what that means is you actually can't see the left corner. So when I'm turning, say, into my road, it's really difficult to know how much space I've left because you can't actually see. So I've raised the camera up there about 5-10 centimeters and I can see. So as a temporary measure to help this, I'm actually sat on a bit of foam at the moment when I'm driving it. Not very cool, that, is that? So I'm hoping now it doesn't come over too negatively, because like I say, I really like this car, and some of these quirks I kind of like. It's sort of part of the thing, isn't it? It's part of the TVR thing. We know they're quirky, we know they've got some strange stuff. It's a great car. The steering is beautiful on it. Of course, you've got that V8 engine, which, to be honest, I don't think it would really matter within reason how quirky or how silly some of the design is on this car. As soon as you start that V8 up, it all disappears and you just listen to that engine and go, wow. Anyway, if you managed to get this far through the video and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for some more stuff like this, and there's a whole series about a car I'm building, so if you're into that sort of thing. And I will be doing some more on the TVR as I sort of own it for a while and get to know it. So yeah, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please do all those Facebook things and help this channel along a bit. Bye.